guys, so I have a video for you today on the look that I'm wearing right here. Would you believe I've never done a Halloween look on my channel? Halloween is literally like one of my favorite days of the entire year, if not my favorite day. And I just like never get to film early enough, so I saved the day. I sat down. I mean, I've been doing this since like, I don't know, like noon, and it's like 5. And I'm really sorry I was battling the sun the whole time, but I absolutely loved this, and I'll show you it with some fake blood. I've got the fangs, the fake blood, and this necklace from Spirit Halloween. I really hope you guys enjoyed this, and if you did, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Let me know if you like Halloween videos, if you want to see me do more, because I have a lot in mind and I really want to do them this year. And let me know what you're going to be for Halloween. And yeah, I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye! I'm not sure why I looked so tan in the beginning there, but I promise I wasn't. So the first thing I'm going to do is apply my NARS concealer in Chantilly. As you can see, this is very, very light, and I'm going to blend that out with my beauty blender. Then I'm going to take my Estee Lauder Double Wear Foundation and my Illamasqua Skin Base in White, and I'm going to mix these half and half. I could have used that Double Wear on its own. It's already really fair, but I want it to be super light, so I mixed it with some of the white. And I applied that all over my skin with my beauty blender because this gave it the most natural look, even though it was super light. And then I did make sure to blend this down the neck. You want to put this anywhere where it's going to be visible. I would put it on my ears, but with all my piercings, I don't like to put stuff into it, but put it on your ears if you can, and down your neck and chest. And then I also just took some of the Double Wear on its own and applied it to certain areas of my face to give a little bit of like a hint of color. But as you can see, that foundation is still super light. And then I took some concealer and wet around my nose. Then I'm going to take the beige highlight shade out of my Lorac Pro Contouring palette, and I'm just going to set my face with that. Now I feel like if I were to turn into a vampire, I would magically grow some amazing eyebrows, so I'm going to use my Anastasia Dip Brow in Ebony, and I'm going to create them. So there we go, brows done. And now I'm going to take my NYX blush in Taupe, and I'm going to start contouring my cheeks normally. And then once I get towards that inner corner, or like the corner of my mouth, I'm really going to suck in, like make a fishy face, and really carve out where that hollow kind of shows up. I feel like vampires tend to look kind of, you know, emaciated, like they haven't eaten in centuries. So that's what we're doing. We're just really carving that out and making our face look very, very thin. And then I'm just going to blend that upwards so it blends out, but you still have that nice kind of harsh line. Then I'm going to contour my temple, and this is really going to make that cheekbone look like it's protruding, if I could speak, and then like that temple and that cheekbone hollow area really sunken in. Then I'm going to do around the hairline as well. And then of course we're going to do that on the other side of the face. Then of course I'm going to contour my nose and really make that look nice and slim, which, as you guys know, I have a very big nose, so I spent a little while doing this to try to really make it look slim down. Then I'm also contouring kind of, you know, at the top of my nose there, connecting that nose contour right into my brow bone, or right into my eyebrows, to make it look very hollowed out. Then I'm doing under my lip, then that kind of curve on my chin. And I already have a butt chin, so we made that stand out even more. Because if I lost a lot of weight, I know that would stand out. And then I'm just contouring around my chin underneath, and then kind of up and around it. And then I'm going to do that inner part of my Cupid's bow, so that that part looks very sunken in too. And it makes the lips and that whole area kind of like pop out more. And then I was super upset. I'm really sorry. I forgot to hit record, but I contoured my whole neck and like collarbone area, but I just kind of did it quick so you guys can see. I just kind of kept turning my head, and anywhere where it sunk in, that's where I did a contour, and anywhere it popped out, that's where I did some highlight. Then I cleaned up the contouring on the face. I just used that same light shade and went right underneath it, which made sure it was like a perfect line, and then I just kind of blended it out so it didn't look so harsh. Then I took that same shade on this brush and really made those cheekbones stand out. And I did down the nose, on the Cupid's bow, and the center of the forehead a little bit. Then I went in and took that shimmery highlight and really applied this heavily on the tops of the cheekbones, and you can see it really makes it stand out so much more. Then I did the Cupid's bow and the tip of my nose, and then just dusted my forehead. Then I took my MAC Pretty Baby Beauty Powder and I applied this sort of like in my contour and pulled it up so that it kind of gave that little bit of a flush of color I feel like you'd have if you were a vampire, especially like after you drank some blood. But it blended into the contour and it wasn't too much. And that color I think was perfect. And then I just took that matte highlighting shade from before and went right in between my temple and my forehead to really make that area stand out, because you want those other areas to look sunken in. So now we're going to start on the eyes. I'm taking my Lorac Behind the Scenes eye primer, applying that all over, and then taking my MAC Soft Ochre paint pot and applying that from the lid up into the brow and underneath as well. And honestly, this look isn't necessarily like just for Halloween or for like a vampire. It's still wearable. Like, I would wear this anytime, just obviously without the fangs and blood. So I just want to throw that out there. Next, I'm taking this white from the Makeup Forever, what palette was this? In Technicolor palette. I just really wanted a white highlight because my face was so fair, and this is a really good white. So just apply that as the brow bone highlight and then pull it down towards the crease. Now I'm going to take a piece of tape and put that on the outer corner of my eyes. Put this at whatever angle flatters your eyes the best. For me, it's pretty much going out, but whatever is your preference. Now I'm going to take the shade Lace Teddy from the Too Faced Natural Matte Palette, and I'm going to apply this all over the lid and up into the crease. Then I'm going to take the color Sorbet from the Lorac Mega Pro 2 palette, which is amazing, and I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to apply that over my lid and up into the crease. Then I'm going to just take the brush that I applied my brow bone highlight with no additional product, and I'm just going to blend over that line to make sure it's not harsh. Then I'm going to take the color Goji, which is like one of the most amazing eyeshadows in the world, and I really spent a long time building this up, but you guys, I applied all these eyeshadows so haphazardly, like it's insane, and I absolutely love the way it looked because I wanted it to look a little grungy. So I just kept packing it on, first starting in that very outer corner so that that's where all the intensity is, and then I pulled it into the like inner corner of my eye, not all the way, but I made sure it was blended, and then through the crease. And then here I'm taking a clean blending brush and just blending out those harsh edges. Guys, I can't speak, I'm sorry. And then again, I'm building that shade up some more. And then I'm taking the shade Cabernet on that same brush, and I'm going to do the same exact thing, packing it on the outer corner first and then pulling it in towards the inner corner of the lid and in the crease. And then I'm taking that clean blending brush again and just making sure everything's blended out. So it's just a lot of blending, going back and forth and layering. Then I'm packing more of that same shade on the outer corner with a flat shader brush. And then I'm going to take that brush from before and just buff it out. And again, doing some quick blending. Then I'm going to take the shade Snow from the Pro 2, and I'm going to apply that first right under the kind of like arch or the highest point of my brow. You guys know I like a matte highlight, but I thought this really just like intensified the whole look and made it even sexier and just awesome. And then I'm also taking that shade and I'm going to apply that to my inner corner as a highlight, and throughout this whole look I really kept packing that shade on to make sure that was nice and intense, and I just thought it was beautiful. So I'm applying that directly in the inner corner, and then on that brush that I've been using this whole time I just applied a little bit over the lid. Then I'm going in with the shade Black on that same brush, and I'm applying that to the outer corner to really just intensify this, and I'm keeping this kind of the farthest out, but I am still bringing this onto the lid a little bit and into the crease. And then I'm going to take that pencil brush from before, and I'm really going to pack that black right on the outer corner, and then I'm going to go in and buff it out. Next, on that same brush, I'm going to take the shade Soft Plum, and I'm going to buff that all over my lid, and it just gave it this beautiful like sheen and this very interesting like soft purple. I absolutely loved how this color tied the whole thing in because it needed a little something else, and that was it. And now I'm going in with a little bit more of that snow and buffing that onto the inner corner. Then I'm going to peel off the tape, and I had like a super hard time getting it off this eye. There's always one eye I can't get, even though it wasn't really stuck on at all. And then I'm just going to fix up that highlight shade where the tape was, and I'm going to take my MAC Smolder Eye Kohl and line my upper and lower waterlines. Now I'm going to take my Jessie's Girl liquid liner, and off camera I did apply some winged liner. I know I wouldn't have been able to keep it in frame. Then I'm going to go in with Goji, and I'm just first going to push that right into the lash line to make sure there's absolutely no gaps. And then I'm going to go into the shade Cabernet and do the exact same thing along the entire lower lash line. And then I'm going to go into the shade Black, and I'm going to do the same thing, but I'm going to keep this just on the outer half of the lower lash line. And now I'm going to take that same brush from before, and I'm just going to really buff it out, because I want this to be very smoky. And remember, you know, you're a vampire. And right here I'm taking more Goji. I already like to bring my eyeshadow down low as it is, and I'm taking a little bit more. But I really made sure to keep this down low, like take it down low, because, you know, to make your under eye look a little irritated and tired and whatever. And then I just took the shade Sorbet and just buffed underneath. Then I'm going back in with some more snow and really packing that on the inner corner. Next, I'm taking these amazing lashes. They're Batgirl lashes. They're from Walmart. And I did apply both the top and bottom lashes, and I seriously love these. Like, these lashes were so just fluffy and amazing and wispy, and then the bottom lashes added so much intensity. I absolutely loved them. Now I took the black from the Pro 2. There's the same black in the Mega Pro 2, and I just applied that to where that glue band is, and it just made the line a little bit soft and smoky, and I absolutely loved the effect it gave. Now I'm taking my MAC Burgundy lip pencil, and I'm lining my entire lips with this and filling it in except for the very center part. You want to leave that free of color. And now I'm applying my MAC Currant lip pencil, and I'm really just shading the corners with this and applying it to the very like lip line. You know what I'm saying? Just to add a little bit more purple and a little bit more intensity. And now I'm taking my NYX lip suede in Cherries in the Snow, and is that not the most gorgeous red? This is now by far one of my all-time favorite reds, and this lip color was perfect as it was, but I just felt like a vampire would have like a glossy kind of like bloody red lip. So I'm using this Dior gloss, and I completely forget what it's called, I'm sorry, it's an older one, and I'm just putting that right in the center of the lip to add that little bit of a gloss. And now I'm just putting on this top. It's just kind of like this little short jacket thing, but I thought it would go perfectly. I felt like it looked like something a vampire would wear. And so then I'm going back in with that contouring kit and that NYX shade, and I'm just going in and contouring and highlighting my chest, because let's be real, I don't have a lot in the way of a chest, and plus I contoured my neck and the collarbone area, so it looked pretty bare, and I thought that it would be fun. You know, it's not something I really ever do, so I just contoured and highlighted to make that area look a little bit fuller. And I'm just going to blend it out so it doesn't look ridiculous. Or you could leave it just like that if you wanted to make them look huge. But there you can see it just added some fullness there, and it really tied the whole thing together, I think. And then you can't forget this burlesque choker that I got from Spirit Halloween. I thought it was perfect. I absolutely loved it, and I think it just tied the whole look together. I want to like wear this all the time. So yeah, and then after that I just applied some fangs, and I didn't realize Spirit Halloween had some really cute like sexy vampire small fangs, but this is what I had, so this is what I used. They were too big for my mouth, but what are you gonna do? Do you see this? My mouth is too small. Alright guys, so that is all for the video. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. I had so much fun doing this. Like, this is a blast. Like, this is what I want to look like every day. Like, I would totally be a vampire. So if you did like it, give it a thumbs up. Let me know what you're going to be for Halloween, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye!